Boxing King Media in association with Boxro. Frank Smith out in New York, a huge night for Matchroom Boxing, biggest women's fight of all time. In your words, tell me how it goes down Saturday night.
Massive fight, not just the biggest women's fight, but a huge fight in the sport of boxing. You know, it's really transcended the sport and brought it to a new audience, which is great. And I think Katie Taylor does the business. You know, undisputed champion already. She goes in there against seven-time world champion Amanda Serrano, who, you know, is pound for pound number 1 and 2. And I think you're going to see an amazing night on Saturday here at the Garden.
A lot of the fans are saying Katie's on the decline and Serrano's on. You know, she's getting better and better. I know she's had like 40-odd fights. Would you agree with that?
The one thing I'd say about Katie Taylor, I think she needs these moments and a night like this to really get up for it. You know, she's been in the sport for a long, long time and she's done so many things, and she's a big reason why, you know, female boxing is where it is. And I think this is the kind of moment she needs to, you know, really get her up and ready to go. And you know, I believe she goes in there and does the business, as I say. You know, Amanda Serrano's looked great in her last few fights, but she hasn't been in with anyone like Katie Taylor. I think it's going to be. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be I think it'll be a war, but I think Katie does the business.
And with regards to the build-up, are you guys happy the way, you know, is it getting all the numbers, and you know, are people excited, you know, in the media world and, you know, just generally in the boxing world?
Yeah, look, like I said, this has really transcended the sport. It's taken it away from that normal, not even just boxing media, sport media, but outside of that to a wider audience. You know, you've seen both of them have been doing non-stop media all over the place, and it's exciting. You only have to look at here today. You look at what we did at the Empire State Building yesterday. You know, I haven't really seen many events like this to this scale, and you know, it's great to see.
Obviously, you've got Jake Paul in the ring at the minute. With regards to the undercard, quick mention on Liam Smith, a huge fight for him, fighting Jesse Vargas, who's been in with everyone. What can you do for Liam Smith if he pulls it off Saturday night?
Look, massive fight for Liam Smith on Saturday. You know, Jesse Vargas is a great fighter. He's been out for a while now. Obviously, that fight was supposed to happen in February originally, so I was glad we could get it on here and, you know, on a stacked show as well. You know, I think this is a huge opportunity for Liam to move on from here. You know, he wants to go and become world champion again, and I believe he can do. But Jesse Vargas is going to go in there and give it his all as well. So it's a tough fight, and great chief support as well. I feel like it just went silent and everyone was the only one talking. You got Galal Yafai on the undercard as well, which is great. You know, second fight here at Madison Square Garden. You've got Cruz Dizern as well on the undisputed 168 titles. You got Sky Nicholson's back out again. I think 3 fights in 6 weeks. You got Austin Williams goes in there against Booker. That's a great fight as well on Before the Bell. You know, so it's a stacked card, top to bottom.
Ammo Williams, he was one of the first guys Matchroom signed up as part of Matchroom USA. You know, a few people have lost their contracts. Why is Ammo Williams kept his? What qualities do you guys see in him that you think, you know what, he was worth, you know, going a bit extra with him?
Yeah, look, I think he's a great fighter, and he's got a great character as well. And, you know, people are interested in him. You know, he's obviously had some time out the ring, but he's back now. He's stronger than ever, and he's in a great place. So, you know, he's a fighter. We're very much looking forward to the years ahead with him, and some massive fights for him in the division.
I did have this question for Eddie, but I'll put it to you and I'll let Eddie slide on this one. Anthony Sims Jr., I interviewed him the other week and I wasn't aware. He mentioned that Matchroom cut his contract because of, you know, I don't know, you explain to me what's your version of events and that. He said Matchroom cut his contract after he lost his fight.
I think it was the last fight in the deal with Anthony Sims at the time. You know, but we worked well with Anthony Sims. We helped build him. You know, he was relatively not a huge name when we signed him. I think he was having 8-round fights. You know, so we pushed him hard, and it just that relationship came to the end of the road. Nothing, you know, no hard feelings. And you know, if there was always a fight or an opportunity down the road, it's definitely something we'd look at.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring him up because we was talking about, you know, the early Matchroom USA signings, Ammo being one of them. So just quickly moving on, Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury. Did you watch the fight? I know you were in Italy. Did you watch the fight?
I flew back and I watched it at home, paid my $24.95, sat down, had some friends around, a couple of beers. Yeah, I watched it.
Were you cheering Dillian on or were you just trying to watch it as a neutral?
I was cheering Dillian on. I think I was making it. Didn't sound very loud on the TV, did it? But I was cheering Dillian on. I wasn't neutral.
What did you make of Dillian's performance?
It wasn't. Look, I don't think across the fight it was the most entertaining fight. You know, Tyson Fury was winning the rounds, but I don't think like he even did that much. and I might get stick for that. And that's not saying anything against Tyson Fury, because he went in there in the 6th round and did what he had to do, and that's what boxing is there for. But I think Dillian Whyte possibly could have done more. Maybe it's the fact Tyson Fury didn't let him do what he wanted to do. But it was a great finish, and Tyson Fury's obviously learnt a lot since he's been with Sugar Hill. I'm not a boxing expert, that's not my world, so I can't say which punches he's improved. But he's definitely he's been written off time and time again, and I've probably over the years have said I don't think he wins this one. I thought Dillian Whyte could win last week, but he went in there with the number 1 heavyweight in the world. It's unquestionably currently the number 1 heavyweight in the world, and hopefully he doesn't retire and that undisputed fight does happen.
I watched Eddie's interview with Umar yesterday. I think Eddie said the same, that he always picks against him. Would you agree that you guys pick against him mainly because he's not a matchroom fighter?
It's nothing against, but Dillian Whyte's a matchroom fight, so obviously we're going to support the person we've worked with for 7-8 years. I've never really had any relationship with Tyson Fury, so if we've got the guy on the other side and have worked with and actually have a relationship with, it would be mad. It's like you being friends with someone, supporting someone for so long and then going against them. So that's natural. It's like any fight we promote. Obviously, how hard of a test it is, but you have to push the fighter that you work with, and sometimes it doesn't go the way that you may want it to. I would love if Dillian Whyte would have gone in there and won, but Tyson Fury did the business.
And just wrapping up, Anthony Joshua, any update on the whole Saudi rumours?
We're getting there. The Usyk fight's the next fight for him. Go back in there and challenge for his belts. Hopefully we can make it all. Hopefully we can get it all through in the next week or so. But lots of work going on in the background to finalise it all now.
What I like about you, Frank, you're very good at avoiding the question. You mastered it.
I'm the best at avoiding questions, but giving an answer, but avoiding questions. So hopefully I gave you something uninteresting there.
No worries, Frank. Thank you for your time. And how's the diet going? Are you trying to compete with Eddie? I see Eddie's apparently lost, I think, 10 kg, he was saying earlier.
I haven't lost any weight. I've been lifting weights. So I've gone the opposite way. I've realised I'm never going to be skinny. I'm always going to be a little bit of a chunky monkey, so I thought I'd put on some weight.
So a hench Frank Smith coming to you soon?
Yeah, none of my clothes are fitting. I'm getting too big. Arms are getting too big, aren't they?
All right, all the best for that, man.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you. Cheers.